So I guess I'm just gonna introduce myself again. My name is Amelia Lozada. My major is art education. Yeah, I just wanted to do a video format because I feel like I talk a lot and it's easier to just put all of my thoughts and stuff into a video. And also I really like editing videos, so I hope that this is enjoyable to watch. So I guess I could just talk about like one of my first inspirations that I ever found, like when I was in high school, still like a beginning art student and all of that, was actually fashion. So one of my favorite things is like looking at runway shows, because one, you get to look at the garment, and two, you just get to see like an overall mood and vibe that like the artist. So I love how through the fashion shows you can see like sort of the mood, vibe, whatever that they wanted to set for the collection. It's become very common that like artists make very elaborate sets. They'll specifically choose certain backdrops, certain music to like really make a cohesive show. So that was one of the first things that I found inspiration in, was fashion and runway shows. And not even just the runway show as a whole, but like the garments that they were making. And there's a lot of fashion designers who make really unique work. It was my first major in at Columbia College. I actually did fashion design for a year. I still do it. I just changed my major just because of a lot of different reasons, but yeah. And I think my second biggest inspiration when it comes to my artwork, and I think my second biggest inspiration would be my everyday life and my upbringing here in Chicago. So I guess this is a good place to show previous work that I've done, photography work. So actually about 2 years ago, I did my first sort of cohesive body of work that like all goes together and sort of tells a story. So this has a lot to do with my second biggest inspiration, which is Chicago, my upbringing, and my culture. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, Little Village, and Little Village, to me growing up, was such a colorful, amazing place to be. And it's, as someone who was born here to an immigrant family, I got to learn so much about myself without actually having to be in those countries. So I guess the major thing about Little Village that inspires me so much is just the abundance of culture. I feel like fashion showed me how to develop a sort of style maybe that I want, and then my culture and my background and where I grew up is what inspires like the concepts of my artwork. The type of camera that I have a Canon Rebel T5i. Since it has been so long since I took a photography class, like I took a photography class my freshman year, I was 14, so that's almost 10 years ago because I'm 23 right now. Yeah, I guess I just want to brush up on my technical skills to achieve certain techniques that may be able to help me develop my style and develop my concepts, like that would help me be able to tell these stories that I want to tell through my work. So yeah, I guess the biggest thing I want to improve on is my technical skills. I also am dabbling in like film photography. I was gifted a really good film camera, a Canon AE1 program, and while I'm still trying, it's been over a year and I'm still trying to figure out how to work it and you get it developed, it's like sort of like you open it up and it's like a surprise. You never really know what you're gonna get. So I definitely just consider that a hobby, because if you look at my work, they're not that great. And most of the photos that I take with that camera are just practice images. So yeah, I'm extremely excited to take this class because this is just, it's down my alley. So thank you for listening to me ramble, I guess.